Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you love MMA as much as I do. Okay, this is my final prediction for Israel Adesanya versus Dricus du Plessis for the UFC Middleweight Championship. I really should have said those names in reverse because Dricus is the champion. Um, I just don't see Izzy catching Dricus with something wild or any kind of counter strike to put him out. And I just don't think he's going to use his grappling like he should or be able to even out grapple Dricus. Because as far as skill set goes, I think Dricus is the whole package. He strikes really good. He's a smart fighter. He clearly has a lot of heart. He was able to survive and withstand the punishment that Strickland gave him throughout the 5 rounds. It was able to outsmart Strickland with the grappling and end up getting a big win and winning the championship over Strickland. And then obviously Strickland deserves a title fight. I mean, he won a fight with Costa, but before that, I think he still should have had this fight over Izzy. But that's besides the point. I mean, Izzy's a great fighter, no doubt. And again, I don't see this fight ending in a finish. I think it might even be a boring fight. What I see happening is Dricus is able to close the distance with Izzy and get the better of it. Because again, when you have somebody in the clinch and you have their head like that, you neutralize somebody like Adesanya with a lot of his offense. Leg kicks, side kicks, head kicks. Jabs, and you keep Izzy from moving away, which is what Izzy's so good at. He's good at picking you apart while staying away from you. So doing that alone will help Dricus win this fight. And I think if it comes down to whoever is more inclined to wrestle and use the grappling, I think that also goes in favor of Dricus. Now, I'm not saying Izzy can't knock out Dricus within 4 or 5 rounds. I'm not saying that at all. It's definitely possible. And I'm actually going to give Izzy a big chance to win this fight. But because Dricus is kind of hitting his own stride, I think he's finally getting the recognition he deserves. He's the champion. I don't see him losing anytime soon, unless he gives a rematch to Strickland, and Strickland actually grapples this time. Because he didn't want to wrestle, obviously he wanted to stand with him. So I just think Dricus is real smart, and he's good enough to avoid getting hit with something major within 25 minutes. He's able to probably get hit a few times, but able to inflict his own damage on the feet. Control the pace and place of the fight while it's standing, and I see Dricus sneaking in 3 or 4 takedowns, maybe 2 or 3 at worst, to help him pull away and defend his UFC middleweight championship in what should be most likely a boring chess match. Again, when you like MMA, a guy like me, I won't be bored in terms of I don't want to watch this fight. I don't like this sport. I'm just saying you're probably not going to get an all-out slugfest because of how Izzy fights. He's not going to be in your face looking to finish you. He's more of a counter fighter, and he's willing to keep his distance for 5 rounds if he has to, if that means picking his shots and pulling away while winning on the scorecards without putting himself in danger. And because Izzy is not willing to put himself in danger very often, I believe that will be the difference in this fight. Dricus is aggressive, but he's also very smart, and I believe he's going to put himself out there more. Not enough for him to be in danger just because of his fighting style, but because of his abilities and his willingness to grapple and take guys down. That will be the difference. I have Dricus winning comfortably 49-46. I think the takedowns are the difference. I don't think it'll be a 10-8 or anything dominant like that every round. I mean, Dricus is a good fighter, but Izzy's also a great fighter. I just don't think Izzy will be aggressive enough to win this fight, and I doubt he'll be able to hit anything major to put away Dricus by a finish. So I have Dricus by unanimous decision.